They don't use handcuffs, they don't use chains, and they don't need locked doors. Yet somehow they have convinced people to obey them without question. How is that even possible? What if I told you that the most dangerous prison in the world doesn't have bars, walls, or locked doors?
It's built inside the human mind, and some cult leaders have mastered the art of creating it. Today, we're uncovering the dark psychology behind how they do it. It's built inside the human mind. And some cult leaders have mastered the art of creating it. Some cult leaders have convinced ordinary people to abandon their families, give away their life savings, and devote their entire lives to a complete stranger. It sounds unbelievable. Yet it has happened countless times throughout history. Some people can convince complete strangers to give away their money. Others can convince them to abandon their families. And in some of the most disturbing cases, cult leaders have convinced followers to commit crimes, surrender their freedom, and even sacrifice their lives. How can one person gain that much control over another human being? The answer lies in one of the darkest forms of psychological manipulation. Today, we're uncovering the dark psychology of cult leaders. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why intelligent, ordinary people can fall under the influence of extraordinary manipulators. Let's begin. Hello, Blommies. Welcome to Criminology Unlocked, unveiling the science behind crime, security, and society. This video is strictly for educational purposes and does not promote crime or violence. What is a cult? When most people hear the word cult, they imagine secret compounds, strange rituals, and isolated communities. But the reality is often far more complex. A cult is typically a group centered around a powerful leader who demands extreme loyalty and control over followers. Cult leaders often present themselves as special, chosen, gifted, or uniquely capable of solving people's problems. And that's where the danger begins. Because cults rarely look dangerous at first. In fact, they often appear welcoming, supportive, and inspiring. But if cults seem so positive in the beginning, why do people stay even after the warning signs appear?
The answer is psychological. That brings us to why people join cults. One of the biggest myths about cults is that only gullible people join them.
Psychologists have found that cult members can come from all backgrounds. Educated people, successful people, intelligent people. The reason isn't stupidity, it's human vulnerability. Many people join cults
during periods of loneliness, grief, uncertainty, stress, or major life transitions. Cult leaders know exactly
how to identify these vulnerabilities. They offer friendship, acceptance, purpose, and a sense of belonging.
Things every human being naturally desires. At first, it doesn't feel like manipulation. It feels like support.
Now that we know why people join cults, let's explore the charisma of cult leaders.
This video is strictly for educational purposes and does not promote crime or violence.
Most cult leaders possess extraordinary charisma. They appear confident, certain, persuasive, and emotionally powerful. People are naturally drawn to individuals who seem to have all the answers. Cult leaders often portray themselves as visionaries, prophets, teachers, or saviors.
The more followers admire them, the easier it becomes to influence their behavior. And that's exactly what happens next. But charisma alone isn't enough to control people. The real power comes from psychological manipulation. And what you're about to hear is deeply disturbing. Now that we know the charisma of cult leaders, it's ideal we know the psychological tactics cult leaders use. Number 1, love bombing. New members are overwhelmed with attention, kindness, praise, and acceptance. This creates a strong emotional bond. The person feels valued and understood, sometimes for the first time in their lives. Number 2, isolation. Cult leaders often encourage members to distance themselves from outsiders, friends, family, and anyone who questions the group. Isolation increases dependence on the cult. Number 3, information control. Members are discouraged from consuming outside information. Questions are often viewed as disloyalty.
critical thinking gradually becomes more difficult. Number 4, fear and guilt. Followers may be told that leaving the group will result in disaster, failure, punishment,
or spiritual consequences. Fear becomes a powerful tool of control. Number 5, mentality.
Cult leaders create a division between followers and the outside world. Members begin to see themselves as special and outsiders as threats. This strengthens loyalty to the group. Now that we know the psychological tactics cult leaders use, it's ideal we know how cult leaders control mins. The most frightening part isn't that cult leaders control people. It's how gradually they do it. Control rarely happens overnight. It happens step by step. Small commitments become larger commitments. Minor sacrifices become major sacrifices. Before followers realize what's happening, their identity becomes tied to the group. Leaving no longer feels like a choice. It feels like losing part of themselves. This psychological process is one of the reasons cults can become so powerful. And now we arrive at the most disturbing question of all. Could it happen to you? Could anyone fall for a cult? Many people confidently say, I would never join a cult. But psychologists urge caution. Cult recruitment doesn't target stupidity. It targets human needs. The need to belong, the need for certainty, the need for purpose. Under the right circumstances, many people can become vulnerable to manipulation. That's what makes cult psychology so fascinating and so frightening. Dangerous cult leaders don't control people through force. They control them through psychology.
If this opens your eyes, then don't keep it to yourself. Hit the like button, drop a comment, and
Smash that subscribe button, because this is not content. This is criminology in real life. Let's build a community that thinks deeper about crime and society.
Thank you for watching Criminology Unlocked. Tell me what you learn about the dark psychology of cult leaders.
In the comment section, remember, knowledge is your greatest security. See you soon.